Hello, hello. Hello, Karen. Wait for some more people to jump on here. It's 10:15, right? I don't know why I'm not being able to see the chat. I want to get rid of that. Sorry about that. All right, guys, we are on. Yeah, we'll have to bear with me. I am very upset right now. I knew it was coming. I knew that the first shot that they got at Michael, they would take it. They'd be stupid not to. It's a game. But I sit and I look at the final 5 that are in there now. And he deserves to be in that house way more than Brittany or Alyssa, either one do. I had to get myself together because it's the first time in a long time that Big Brother has actually brought me to tears. I'm still sick to my stomach. I hate it for him. I saw the comp, and when I saw the comp for the veto, I honestly didn't think him or Monty had a chance. I thought that's built for someone like Alyssa or Turner, who is short and slender. And he just couldn't get it done. So he was visibly pissed. And I get it. Turner and Monty have been, doing the whole bro thing all week. Oh, we're going to work together. We're going to get the girls out. They're trying to start a girls' alliance. And honestly, game move, win-wise, yes, they probably could not have beat Michael in the HOH. However, now they're outnumbered. For the HOH that's coming shortly, it's the 3 girls against Monty. So unless Monty pulls out a win, I see him and Turner going on the block. I guess it depends on who wins it and if the 3 girls are actually wanting to stay together. Talk about the episode tonight starting out number 1. They could have cut out all the time that they took on Turner's freaking speech crap and all the things about them thinking who's lying about their job. They could have taken all that out, and they could have showed what Terrence has been saying and doing behind Taylor's back. But they chose not to again. So it looks like Taylor's just being petty to the casual viewers. I think Taylor has the best chance to win the next HOH. I honestly do. Alyssa is not a competitor. Brittany's not a competitor. Unless it's something to do with the mental comp, Brittany may be okay, but Turner can't play, so now it's 3 against 1. The way that Terrence left, I figured he would do something like that. Shout out to Daniel. And then he takes another shot at Taylor when he says she hopes that she's the next one that comes to jury. I don't know what it is, that he has against her so bad. I will never understand it. Um, I agree with rooting for the underdog, but he always had everybody else's back except for Taylor. All right, let me look at some of the chat. Karen, you're right. They've been plotting. They've been plotting for the last few weeks. Paula, I agree. I'm heartbroken as well. I really wanted Michael to win this season. The feeds just went down again. So, nope, they're back up again. They haven't played the next HOH yet, but I've got it going so that I can see if they do. But Paula, I do agree. I wanted Michael to win too. Sean, I believe Taylor has the best chance of winning the next HOH. Shelby, you're exactly right. She said this always happens when you don't take someone out before a double that you know is coming after you. He should have taken Turner out. But Monty was the next one, so Monty would have won the HOH. The veto would have been the same. He would have won the veto, so I think the outcome would have still been the same, regardless who, if Turner was in or not. I think that the outcome would have still been the same. I've been saying if they got a chance to take Michael out, they would, and they did. And yes, he's a good player, and it's a game move. But what kills me is the fact that the 5 that are in that house right now are the ones that are going to be making the big money. You know, their stipend goes up. And in my opinion, he deserves to be there more than Brittany or Alyssa. That's my 2 cents. But yes, I agree, Shelby. He should have taken Turner out. Paula, Taylor would never put up Monty. She's been so far at Monty's butt since Joe left. She has, but I think if maybe all the suitcases in. I'm sorry. I've got the life. Oh, they're helping Alyssa unpack. Or they're packing Michael's stuff. They're packing Michael's stuff. Anyway, sorry. I've got 2 things going on here at once. Yeah, I don't think that Taylor will put up Monty unless she is going for the all girls thing. And what I said, Michael's out. So who's the next biggest target? It's going to be Monty or Turner. The girls aren't stupid. None of them are dumb. So I can't see them not going after the next big target. Paul, you hope Brittany wins and puts up the guys. I don't know if she'd do that. I don't know. Yeah, Molly, I saw it coming as soon as I saw the comp. That comp was not built for someone as tall as he is, and actually as big as Monty is. I didn't think that he would win it. I figured Alyssa or Turner would win it. It's hard to see them in there packing up his stuff, though. Nicole, I agree. I love his game, and I probably would have voted him out too. Had I been in the house. It's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. Paula, Terrence can't go tell lies with Michael right behind him. That depends on the jury so far. If you remember, everybody in that jury, except for Kyle, wanted Michael out. So right now, Michael's walking into a jury that every single one of them are going to be glad he's coming in that door. So I don't think they're going to hold much. He's not going to hold much clout. Oliver girl, I am too. I'm devastated. Molly, she says, I thought it would be Turner or Alyssa win too, but Michael was moving so fast compared to everyone else, it seemed. Yeah, I think he got, after he went for it that first time and didn't have enough rope and went back, I think he got tangled up. Tara, they will probably, if you're talking about the jury footage where um, Terrence and Michael go into the jury house, that's probably going to be on Thursday night. Phil, yeah, you got a point. The memory skills, but the one thing I did get from tonight that I didn't know before tonight was that Monty was a mechanical engineer. My husband is a mechanical engineer, and he is so damn smart that it pisses me off sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. And he has a way of being condescending without realizing he's being condescending because he's just that intelligent. And now that I know that Monty was a mechanical engineer, his personality matches. He doesn't do confrontation. He can't lie to save his life. Um, so once I found that out, I figured that Monty would have won the HOH because being a mechanical engineer, if you're a good one, you have to be able to pay attention to detail. So when I heard that, I figured that Monty would have won tonight's HOH. Nicole, the crazy thing about Michael was that every train of thought he had was always right. When he talked to the feeds, it seemed like every prediction about the house was well thought out and accurate. Yeah, he's very smart. And like he told Terrence, he doesn't do anything on a whim. All of his moves were completely thought out. That's why I was surprised he didn't take Turner out last week. They're so close to the end. That's what this game is about, is manipulation and lying and backstabbing and getting yourself as far as you can get yourself. If I had have been him last week, I would have so put Turner on the block and had him out. Croc down, you said that you think it's the other way around. I don't know what you're talking about. You were answering or responding to Paula. Paula, feels like we lost a family member. I know. At least for me, it does. Yeah, cousin Mickey, I'm sitting here watching them. It's heartbreaking because they're all in there together packing up Michael's things. Um, Apparently, on feeds, Monty was telling Turner that something broke during the veto, and that's how he was able to win. Are you serious? I'm going to have to play back after I get off the live tonight. I'm going to go back and watch the live feeds. If that's true, that freaking sucks. Cousin Mickey, it says, so apparently I have an attitude. People tell me all the time I have an attitude. And if you'll notice, my shirts do reflect my personality a lot. uh, hey, Jason, I couldn't figure out how to get you on here live. We're going to have to get together this week and figure that out. And I think I'm going to start having Jason um, join me on the Thursday night lives for the next couple of weeks or until the end of the season or whatever. I think when I go live, if I can figure out how to do this, Jason and I will be together. And I don't know how many of you actually watched the video between me and Jason, but I thought the chemistry was great. I had a hell of a time. And I look forward to doing that again. Yeah, Jason, they got Michael. They sure did. Jason, you haven't watched the episode yet and you're on here. Dude, you got all kinds of spoilers. Oh, Shannon, Monty left engineering for personal trainer. They said it in one of the cast reveals. Oh, I didn't know that. I honestly, next year, I'm going to be better about the cast reveals and digging into the cast before the season starts. That's not something that I normally do. I normally just watch the live feeds in the show. So I am going to have to start doing a little bit digging into that kind of stuff. Cousin Mickey, things are going to get spicy in the jury house. Um, probably. Toya, you say you don't care who wins now, they all suck. Honestly, the only ones that are left in the house, I think that I would get excited about winning, and I think would be a good final two, would be Monty and Taylor. Um, the rest of them, I could give a rat's ass if they win or not. The two people that I do not want to see sitting in those two chairs are Brittany and Alyssa. Because if either one of them get to the end, it's going to piss me off so bad. They don't deserve it. Paula, if that's true, the veto should be voided. I don't know how that works. I've never known of anything like that to happen before or heard of anything like that happening before. So I'm gonna have to watch the live feeds back after I get off on here and see what they were talking about. But right now they're waiting to play the next HOH. I'm assuming they'll have that tonight. They normally do, but they may be taking them off location. Jason, I wasn't going to miss my moment of time. Well, I'm glad. Seriously, we need to get together this week and figure out how to bring you on with me on the live. I have to look into that. I'm still learning. I'm not that technical. So I'm still kind of learning what we can do. So maybe we'll play around with that this week, Jason, if you have some time off. Tony, yeah, I mean, it was a great game move to get Michael out. That I am not denying that. I honestly, I was looking forward to him breaking Kat's record, number one, because it was one comp away. If he had won more, I mean, not Kat, Janelle's record. If he had won one more competition, he would have broke Janelle's record that's been 16 years strong. As it is, he broke the veto record and tied for the most comp wins in a season. Cousin Mickey, why do Alyssa and Brittany not deserve to be in the final two? Because they haven't played the game. They've gotten dragged along this entire game. Alyssa's gotten lucky because there's always been a bigger target than her. She's not played the game at all. Like, I mean, none. She doesn't strategize. She does whatever she's told to do. She had no clue what's going on in the game. Brittany, she rode Michael's coattails the whole time and lost her damn mind the last 2 days and started out in everybody's game. She does have one veto win by herself, and then she has the veto that her and Michael won together. And I will admit, she did most of the work on that because she had to lower him and raise him, and she did all the grunt work. She was able to look at the puzzle and see a picture of it and be able to give him the right pieces at the right time. So I'll say she has two vetoes, but Alyssa doesn't have shit. Sorry. Kathy's world, yeah. I think we were all blind. I think that we all knew that it would be ridiculous for them not to get Michael out because he is a comp threat. But I don't think any of us thought that Michael would actually lose the competition. I didn't. I had myself convinced that he was going to win his way through to the end and he was going to be in those final two chairs, which is not the case. Jason, you said you want to know who put him up so you can be mad at them. Just to recap, Turner won HOH. He put up Brittany and Alyssa. Monty won the veto, pulled down Alyssa. Turner put Michael up. They voted Michael out. So that's the gist of tonight's show. he said he's going to go watch it because he knows he's about to be pissed. Kathy's Road. Yeah, Alyssa was just there for a summer vacation, and that's it. And it's not even that she rode Kyle's shirt tails, because she wasn't even aligned with Kyle. They weren't playing the same game. They were not in the same alliances. She just got lucky, plain and simple, that there was always a bigger target than her. Let's see. Toya, you feel like Taylor was carried? This is how I feel about Taylor. Taylor has the one HOH win. Taylor, like Alyssa, there was always a bigger target. But Taylor had to put up with a lot of mental shit. She has gone through a lot of emotional stuff in this game. From the girls bullying her, all the negative things with Terrence, and it's just been up until she joined the leftovers, the first 4 weeks, I guess. She had to put up with a lot of mental shit. And so I feel like she's been playing the social game. And like I said, there's always been a bigger threat. She got lucky when she joined the leftovers because they did keep everybody safe until Kyle lost his shit. But you could say the same thing about Monty. Monty's only won one HOH. Until tonight, that was the only comp he won. So has he been carried along? They worked together as a team. The difference is Alyssa didn't have a team. Oh God, I lost my place. All right. This thing moves so fast. Paula, Brittany was surprised Michael knew about the other alliances. She's still acting like she don't know. The brief second that I turned on the feeds before I jumped on here, she's crying to Taylor, saying, I don't know what Michael was talking about. What was he talking about that I outed everybody and that I've done this and that? What was he talking about? So at this point, she still doesn't know that everybody in the house knows what she told Turner. So maybe if she finds that out and she gets HOH, she'll put Turner up. Yes, Cousin Mickey. Brittany won 2 power vetoes. Tony, I agree. As far as the comps go, they've been alternating between Michael, Michael Turner, and Kyle for the most part. Like I said, Monty has 1 win, Taylor has 1 win, Alyssa has none, Brittany has 2. But I think for the most part, Michael's just been so dominant that nobody else has had a chance to win anything. I don't understand what you're asking me if I missed, cousin Mickey. If you're talking about the two POVs, no, I did not miss that. I just talked about that. Jason, you think that Michael gave Brittany that POV? I don't think so. And here's why. The name of that game is to stay in it. So you hear everybody's answers before you choose to stay or fold. His thing was to keep folding so that until Jasmine got out, because their whole thing was they didn't want Jasmine to win that POV. They didn't care who else did. On that last one that him and Brittany both answered, he was off by 5 points. Brittany answered, say, 605, and he answered 6, and it was 606. So she answered the question more so than he did, and he was so close that I don't think he was throwing it. I think that was his actual guess. So I don't know. My opinion, I don't think he gave that one to her. Kathy, you think that Michael threw the comp tonight so that he didn't have to use the POV on Brittany? I don't think so. Michael knows and has said when he's talking to the cameras at night, for nobody else to hear but the cameras, that he knows he's got to win his way through. He knew the first shot, even though he was pissed off when he left tonight, he knew the first shot that they got that they were going to get him out. I don't think he has it in him to throw a comp. Frank, yeah, he was winning too much, but what are you going to do? He's a super fan and he couldn't throw a comp. Taylor's HOH was a mess. She's not a good player. I agree that her HOH was a disaster and she is very easily manipulated. And I honestly think that had not she talked to Monty the last couple of days, I think Terrence would have been able to manipulate her with all of the crap that I went over last night. But I think that because her and Monty have stayed so close and Monty's guiding her and telling her what to do, and she's listening to Monty more, but she is very easily influenced. Mary, did she see Brittany crying at the end? Yeah, I did. I don't know that any of them are going to be honest with her and tell her, yeah, Turner threw you under the bus. She has no idea that everybody's talking behind her back, that she's been busted. So once she figures that out, it's going to make more sense. Yeah, I agree. Tony, I don't think Michael was throwing anything. I don't think he had it in him. I think this is one comp he can win. And honestly, I don't think I've ever seen this comp before. And if I have, it's been so long that I don't remember it. But so this may very well have been a new comp. Maybe they had to beef it up. You're right, Frank. Michael would have won this game had he stayed in. Toya, maybe I'm bitter because Mike's gone, but I understand. Believe me, I am bitter as well. I hate it. I still have not got the sickness out of my stomach. I had to literally clear my tears up before I got on live with you guys because I was crying. I know that sounds so ridiculous over a TV show, right? Tony, playing BB, you have to balance winning comps and being social. Mike just couldn't turn on the competitive fire, turn off the competitive fire. Yeah, he did. He made a big target on himself. Kathy's World, you don't want any of the girls to win? I I wouldn't mind if Taylor won, but the other two, no. Oh, I know Brittany's face when he outed her in front of everybody like that um, was priceless. I'm sure there'll be all kinds of gifts and memes and everything else, gifs, whatever. Tony Taylor, the person is great. Taylor, the player, needs some work. I just think that she's, and maybe it's because it was earlier in the game, but I just think she was so easily influenced as to what to do. I mean, she was going to put up Monty and Turner, and they talked her off of that ledge. And then she put up Terrence. And who did she put up with Terrence? Help me out here. Indy. She put Terrence and Indy. And Terrence was a target. Then it shifted to Indy. And then they were going to pull Indy down and put Joseph up and get Terrence out. Then Alyssa somehow became the target. Joseph pushed for that. So it was like, it kept flip flop. She had like 6 different people that she had a target for that was going to put on the block that week. So it was a train wreck. And that's not a slander, Jason. It's honestly, Taylor is easily influenced. But so is Turner. He's a good player. Socially, comps, all of that. But he is easily influenced. He doesn't think for himself. I mean, this whole guys thing was his idea. And as soon as Monty said, I'm pulling him down and this is what we're doing, Taylor should just make sure he goes home because if he doesn't, we're screwed. Deborah, I wanted to see Michael to the end. Yes, I did too. Oh my God, these. All right, Kathy's World. That's a good question. So who's everybody going to go for now that Michael's gone? Because I see there's a lot of Michael love in the chat. So now that Mike's gone, who do you hope's going to win? Cousin Mickey, you said, loved how he tried to talk Turner out of backdooring him, even yelled at Turner and Monty playing the being gay card. I didn't hear anything about no being gay card. If you heard that on tonight's show, you were watching a different show than I was. He did yell at Michael. But I think he was yelling at Turner, saying, you lied to me because I was the backdoor plan last week and it was your idea, is what I heard. So if y'all heard anything different, let me know. But I didn't hear anything about that. And I don't see Michael doing that. Deborah, you said this comp was used in Big Brother Canada. You guys got to help me out with that. How in the hell are y'all watching Big Brother Canada? I tried because I was actually going to cover it, and I can't get any of the bins to work to get it over here. I guess Grodner's copying after them now because she can't stand Big Brother Canada. She always talks about how hers is better. All right, Jason, go watch it and let me know. Tony. Deborah Thompson, your Terrence Bus comment was hilarious. Oh, God, I missed that. Where did I miss that at? Oh, I see it. I wanted to see Michael to the end, Brittany's face when he outed all her alliances and threw her under Terrence's bus. Nice. Kathy's World. It's not Survivor. It's not Outwit. It should go on who played the best game and winning comps and getting people who are the big targets out. But that's just it. It's not Survivor, but you got to be able to stay in the game. You got to be able to win comps, and you got to have some kind of social aspect to you. You've got to play a social game. You've got to play a physical game. You got to play a mental game. It's all of the above. Michael outed Brit's game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, Mike did leave spitting fire, Tony, just like Godzilla. He was pissed. Um, and I think it was honestly, I would be interested in hearing his interviews because I think he was probably more pissed at himself that he didn't win that comp because he knew his fate was in his own hands. He has said that he had to win out or they were going to get him out the first chance they had. And honestly, that's what Brittany told him last week too when she tried to get him to get out Turner and he wouldn't do it. Paula, them talking about getting Brittany and Alyssa out, and nothing about Taylor. Yeah, Turner was all after what was supposed to happen. Is if Monty won, he was supposed to put up Brittany and Alyssa. And if Turner won, he was supposed to put up Brittany and Taylor. But I guess Monty talked him into keeping Taylor off the block. So, get this word. Yes, Tony, but in the interview, he said he respected the gameplay. Oh, yes, he did say it about Turner never putting up an LGBT person. How did I miss that? Was it in the episode? I'm going to have to go back and watch that now because I didn't hear that. What I heard was it was your plan last week. And I think that's the only point that I could make out of that. Sorry, guys. I know that probably doesn't look like the best on camera, but Jason, you say Taylor or Turner? Frank, Monty or Turner? I guess I'm going to have to go back and watch that. Deborah, you want to see Taylor win? No, Tony, I don't think he took it personally. I think he was pissed. But like I said, I think he was more mad at himself than he was at anybody else. Kathy's World, yes, the live feeds are back up right now. They basically went in together and packed up all Michael's stuff. And they're doing a little chit chat and just sitting around waiting for the next HOH comp. They're probably most likely going to take them somewhere else to do that. They're still packing Michael's stuff. Yeah, so they're getting all Michael's stuff together. Tony, glad you found this video. Is this your first time, Tony? If it is, you need to go back and watch some of the other ones. I got this rule. If I'd have been in the house with Jasmine, I'd be playing the federal prison game. I would have self-evicted, honey. I would have definitely self-evicted. I couldn't stand her. Still can't stand her. Deborah, you watch Big Brother Canada on Paramount. The first 9 seasons, and season 10 was not on Paramount. Oh, okay. I wanted to be able to get the live feeds because I know some of the people who do the recaps do have some way that they get around the whole thing and are able to watch it and do the live feed recaps, but I wasn't able to get that. Phil, if Monty wins HOH, who do you think he'll target for eviction? Definitely Brittany. Brittany will be the next one to go to jury. I think no matter who wins HOH. Kathy, you said it was before he got put up. He was saying, Turner, don't do it. Please don't do it. And you said you would never. Yeah, I'll have to go back and listen to that because I did not hear that. I'm surprised that he would do that. I mean, that's just crazy. It's the game. Paula, can Monty and Turner trust each other now? Well, they better, because that's all they have to trust. Now that they've got Michael out, they're the next big targets. So they're going to have to depend on each other. And I honestly think that those two are tied enough and they have a final two. So I think that those two are tied enough that they'll stick it out. But we'll see. I don't think Monty will go after Turner, or don't see it happening. Kathy's world. If it happens, I will be amazed. I don't see Turner ever going after Monty. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that and listen to that again. Now y'all got me curious. Kathy's world. Everyone wants to take Alyssa to the end. No, they don't. No, they don't. Mm-mm. No, because if Alyssa goes to the end, she's got Jasmine's vote, she's got Indy's vote, she's got probably Joseph's vote, she's got Kyle's vote, she's going to have Terrence's vote. All you need is 5. Let's try it again. Okay, she has Jasmine, Indy, Joseph, Kyle, and Terrence. That's the 5 she needs. So no, they're not. They've all talked about taking her out because she's a social threat. Because she has, or jury threat, because she has jury votes. They've all talked about that over the last week. Kathy's world. You said you think Monty will try to get Taylor to put out Turner if she wins. He might, but I don't think that there's going to be much of an arm twist there because Taylor's already said that if she won HOH, Turner would be on the block. Kathy's world. Yeah, it is sick to win that much money off of a spite vote. But if you look at the history of Big Brother, how many times have we seen someone who was a great player and they get to the end, and because the jury is bitter and pissed off, they don't win. They give it to whoever they drug along. And that person's $750,000 richer for doing nothing the whole season. We've seen it time and time again. So it all depends on if the jury is bitter or not. Let's see. Oh, what I wanted to say is now Michael has something in common with Tiffany, because I said the same thing last year, that Tiffany was the best player in the game out of the cookout. And now you have Michael, number 6. Both of them went home on number 6. So, Phil, I think it was when they returned from commercial after the veto competition and Julie had asked them to take their seats. Michael was talking to Turner about putting up. Yeah, y'all got me curious now because all I heard of that conversation, but I was still reeling when saw that Michael didn't have that and I knew what was happening. But all I heard was him say, I thought he said this was your plan last week or something to that effect. I'll have to watch it again. I honestly didn't hear it. But that surprises me with Michael. I didn't see Michael trying to play that card. But I guess if you know you're going home and your dreams of winning $750,000 are going out the window, you're going to do anything. You're going to use any kind of Hail Mary that you can use, just like he did with Brittany. Hell, Brittany's still crying. I'm just wondering, I've got the sound off. I'm just wondering if any of them are going to be honest with Brittany and say, yeah, Turner threw you under the bus. I think if Taylor wins HOH, I think she puts up either Brittany and Alyssa or Turner, Alyssa. If Monty wins, I think he puts up Brittany and Alyssa. He's not putting up Turner and he's not putting up Taylor. If Brittany wins, now she may put up the boys. If Alyssa wins, she's already said she's putting up Brittany, so I would assume that she would put up Monty and Brittany because I don't think she's going to put Taylor up. Oh, it will be an interesting day tomorrow to see who is nominated because I will be up tonight watching the live feeds to find out who wins HOH. What I normally do is turn my computer on and turn the volume down kind of low. I'll go to sleep on my couch so that when they come back in talking and the music stops, it wakes me up and then I can find out who won HOH. So that's probably what I'll do tonight because I've never known not to play the HOH the same night. Like, I don't think that they would wait till tomorrow and play it because that's going to throw off their whole schedule because you have to have one-on-ones and all that. Kathy's World, you don't think it's about money for Mike. He just wanted to win. Yeah, because he's a super fan. The money's nice, but he is one of the very few players that I've seen in a long time that actually just loves this game. Like every aspect of it, you can just see the excitement. The first time in the backyard, the first HOH, the first veto, all the iconic competitions like Zingbot and OTEV, the wall, just to see how excited they are. Oh my God, I'm actually here. I'm actually doing this. And I'm not seeing that much enthusiasm in very many house guests in a long time. So I think you're right. I think it was about him being a super fan. But I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go with this season now. Because honestly, I would say right now that my two picks are going to be for Monty and Taylor. Because I just can't get behind. I can't get behind Brittany and Alyssa. And I won't get behind Turner because Turner got Michael out. Let's just be clear. I'm going to be a bitter viewer. So I guess I'm hoping for Monty and Taylor to be in the final two chairs. Kathy, you think the final two will be Taylor and Monty? I think so. I think Taylor's going to be our winner. I think Taylor is going to be our winner this year. Her story is just too big to not be the case. Now, if she goes against money, I don't know. I think um, I think there's still a Mean Girls Club going on in that jury house between Indy and Jasmine. I don't know if y'all caught it tonight, um, but whenever I think it was Jasmine said that she was hoping that it wasn't Taylor that come in, and Andy said, "Oh no, I'm not ready for her." So there's still. I don't think Turner would ever get Jasmine's vote at all. I would do this tonight, but I just can't. I just can't get behind them. Shannon, you think Michael probably needed money to pay student loans from law school? I'm sure he did, and he's a public defender, so we know that they don't make a whole lot of money. He's not like a injury attorney or a private practice attorney or anything like that. He's a public defender. Thank you, Phil, for the super chat. Much love. Appreciate it. Kathy's World. Moni and Taylor are talking to Turner about the racism thing. I don't want the game won out of fear of being called a racist. I don't either. I don't either. I and I think at this point that that's probably going to be water under the bridge. I honestly don't think anybody in this house is still even thinking along those lines. As far as they're concerned, I don't think they're going to be afraid to do anything. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to watch this again. I can see that they're in there. Shannon, remember the jury house. People who would vote for Alyssa won't vote for Taylor. That is true. There's true. She may very well not get the votes, but it depends on who she's against. If she's against Turner, she wins hands down. If she's against Brittany, she wins hands down. If she's against, what did I say, Turner, Brittany, she wins hand down. Alyssa, she'll lose to, I believe, which really sucks. If she sits next to Moni, I think it's 50-50. It's going to be all dependent on if they get over their pettiness or not. Mike is in the jury house now, and he will pull hard for Taylor to win. I think most of them feel like Mike used it for gameplay. Even Joseph caught that tonight. Yeah, I mean, everybody who's in the jury, everybody who's in the house, the American public thinks he used it for gameplay. Kyle crossed him. He knew that he could bury his ass. He said that to the cameras. You'll remember on one of my things that I did for you guys, when he looked in the camera and said, Kyle, I know a lot of crap on you and I can bury you. You've effed with the wrong guy. And what did he do? He won the veto and then he buried Kyle. So yes, he absolutely 100% did it for gain. You can't get around that. But like we always like to say, A and B can be true at the same time. Was it a game move? Was it a good game move? Yes, it got Kyle out. But was it a dirty ass move? Yes, but it still had the same ending. It still got Kyle out. So even though it was a dirty ass move, he still got Kyle out and reached his objective. Mike's opinion may be golden in the jury house. Now that he's out, they may be a lot of respect for him. And that's true. I think that if you'll remember, I know it's been a while, but Jasmine and Indy think the world of Michael. Um, they've always had a close bond with Michael. So I think that when Michael gets in the jury, he can probably persuade them. I don't think he'll even try to persuade them towards Brittany. Um, but then again, do we want to see Brittany or Alyssa make it to the final? And even if they lose, they're still winning the second place prize money. I would rather see Monty and Taylor so that no matter who wins, one of them wins first, one of them wins second. And I honestly think Taylor's going to win America's favorite player. Phil Taylor better not badmouth Taylor in the jury house. I don't know what he has against her. Others did not get along with her at first, but they changed after getting to know her. No. The ones that didn't like her still don't like her. And it was the petty ass girls. Alyssa's playing nice because Alyssa doesn't have her mean girl squad behind her. So I don't think they didn't like her and they do now. It was a mob mentality that Monty started with Paloma, and it kind of just branched out. And then when people realized that Taylor wasn't the person that everybody was saying she was, Monty realized that she wasn't the person that he thought she was. Brittany was always friends with her. Michael was always friends with her. Turner, once he got in the leftovers and started seeing what was going on and realized that she was actually a pretty cool chick, then he changed his mind. Kathy, it will be between Taylor and Michael for AFP. I don't know though. Maybe since Michael lost out, he might get it. But I honestly don't see anybody past this point other than Taylor of winning it. Jason, yeah. Went in, he said, we have the internet. What the hell does that have to do with racism? I forgot about that. I like to have fell out. It's like, are you serious? That's what comes to your mind. We have the internet. Oh, Andy, gotta love her. Kathy's World. They have internet in the jury house. Well, that bites. They won't want to please America and will vote for the ones that they see. No, I don't think that they have internet in the jury house. No, I know that they get like the iPod or the iPhone or whatever to strictly record stuff on, but there's no way that they can have access to the internet because they still have to make a vote, and their vote is solely based on what they've known in the game and what people come into the jury house and tell them. They don't have any outside influence. I would hope not. I say that, I hope not. When she said that they have the internet, she was talking about when Kyle said that he made a stupid comment, and that wasn't what he intended to do. And that's when she said, we have the internet. It's like saying it's 2022. Seriously, you didn't know that there's racial problems in this world. But her thing was, we have the internet. All right, the feeds just went off, so they are most likely having the next HOH competition. Jason, no, I'm watching the episode. Sorry, go back to talking. Oh, it'll kill me. So, um, who do y'all think is going to win HOH tonight? Let's get some predictions in. I think it's going to be Taylor. Because Brittany is still upset. She's still crying. So whatever kind of competition they have, she's going to be rattled. Alyssa's just not getting comps. Turner can't play, so it's between Monty and Taylor. Yeah, I agree, Phil. It's between Monty or Taylor. I honestly think that, and I am amazed knowing now that Monty is a mechanical engineer that he hasn't done better at some of these comps. It's like I said, you've got to be pretty damn smart to be a mechanical engineer. I always tell him he's book smart, but he has no damn common sense. Hilda, Monty or Taylor? Yeah, I think Taylor or Monty has got these rolled. I think that's going to be the only two who can win anything. Gwen, I'm new to your channel. Can I get a quick rundown on what's happened tonight? I'm dying to know. Okay, just a quick recap. Bring it back up. Turner won HOH. He nominated Brittany and Alyssa. Monty won the veto. He took down Alyssa. Turner put up Michael. They voted Michael out 3-0. So Michael is juror number 6. I'm not going to say a lot of us are in mourning. I'm in mourning. I still can't get over it. I'm like, no, please. I mean, why couldn't they have the comps that they've always freaking had? Why do they have to throw something in there we haven't seen? And honestly, that was not built for somebody as tall and lanky as Michael or Monty. I'm still shocked that Monty won. So that is your rundown. So Michael is juror number 6. The feeds just went down, so they are evidently doing the next HOH. So right now, our top 5 are Turner, Monty, Taylor, Alyssa, and Brittany. Michael called Brittany out on his speech about dropping all the information. He yelled at Turner about putting him up. I still have to go back and watch that, but I need my hair up. I'm hot. So that's the rundown. Yes, Cousin Mickey, it is HOH time. I'm pissed that Michael got voted out. Yeah, you and me both, honey. Kathy's Road, yeah, it was unfair to Brittany as well because it was not made for a big person. Yeah, that's what we're all saying, Gwen. What the hell? Yeah, Marie, Michael's speech was brutal. But like you said, he had to pull out everything that he could possibly pull out. Not that it was going to change their mind. And like I said, I think that Michael was more pissed at himself for not winning that comp than he was at them for voting him out because he knows it's a game. He's been saying for weeks that he's got to win his way through the game because he's going to get voted out the first chance he gets that they get. Kathy's Wild. I think I watched too much BB. I may not be able to sleep tonight trying to figure out what happened to send Michael out. It's, I mean, It is what it is. When you win 9 comps in one season, you are on everybody's radar. And if he wasn't on their radar, they didn't need to be in the BB house plan because they have no idea what the hell they're doing. Shannon, you're a civil engineer. Those comps would be hard for you. It does not take the same intelligence for BB that it takes to pass engineering degree. Really? You're a civil engineer, and those comps would be hard for you. It does not take the same intelligence for BB that it takes to pass engineering degree. I would think it takes a hell of a lot more intelligence to to have an engineering degree. Uh, yeah, I think if anybody in that house comes back for All Stars, if they do another All Star season, it would be Michael, or to come back to host the comps, any of the things like that. I think he would love to do. Um, Somebody was saying that I haven't seen it anywhere, but I was reading. I think it was on Twitter that BB25 is rumored to be second chances. Um, yeah, Phil, that's what I was just talking about. I did hear that BB25 that next season is supposed to be second chances, and I think that Michael would be brought back. Um, I would love to see Tiffany brought back from the cookout. Um, there's really not many from that season that I wouldn't want to see back. I mean, Chad, I'd love to see her. Uh, I could do without Kylan. Kylan can stay at home. Um, Marie, I know, I love Tiffany. That woman is amazing. Um, I love to listen to her. She always has me hanging on every word. So if they have a second chance season next year, who do you think they'll bring back? Hope to God it's not David Alexander again. I've seen way too much of him. Um, I think I'd like to see. I'd love to see Tommy Bracco back. Oh, Phil, no, I'm gonna kick you out. He said Paloma on second chance. That's why you did a super chat. You knew that was coming, right? He said just joking. Um, True, honestly, getting Mike out was a good game move for everybody. It was. Because I'm sure he would have won over anybody. Kathy's Lord, Lord, please don't give Jasmine a second chance. Oh, hell no. Um, and Aunt Chata, yeah, I'd love to see Chata back. Paul, I don't know about that. If I'm thinking second chance season, I would think that it would be players that um, got robbed due to a twist, uh, or something like this, where it was a blindside double eviction type thing that somebody could have went further. Um, I wouldn't think it would be somebody who Paul. Who did Paul lose against, Shannon? I'm trying to remember. Who did Paul lose against? My memory sucks. That's why I take notes. Although I agree with Kathy, Lord, please, not Jasmine. On behalf of we Mississippians, we do not claim Jasmine. I've been saying that. I'm from Texas. I live in Louisiana. We don't talk like that. Cliff, yeah, Cliff is one that that I would like to see come back. Um, I like Tommy Bracco, however you say that. I loved him. Um, Trying to think of the ones that would even come back. Bailey, of course, I don't think she would come back. She just had a baby. Oh yes, by the way, Bailey and Swaggy just had their baby. I believe yesterday, day before yesterday. You'd love to see Tyler again? Yes, Tyler would be a good one. Victor, yes, Paul with Victor. Yeah. Josh Martinez. Michael's belt did break. I saw that actually happen in the competition the first time he went for it, but he just kept the end of the rope. Um, but yeah, his belt did break. I saw that during the competition. But I don't think that would have helped Monty win. I'll have to go back and listen to that conversation. Yeah, I remember now that you're talking, Kathy. I just have to have my mind refreshed. Um, who else would I like to see come back? I'd love to say Davon. I don't think she would ever come back. I think she's about had it. Yeah, Davon was on. She on 22. Um. Oh, who's the one that played with Christy and Tommy Bracco? Memphis. I wouldn't mind seeing him back. I kind of liked watching him. Yeah, there are some good players on the challenge this year from Big Brother. I don't really care for Alyssa at all. Um, Angela is just a beast. Yeah, Paul also lost to Nicole and Josh. Uh, Derek X, I liked him. Claire, I loved her. Um, Ozza, of course, she wasn't really that competitive. I'm thinking of the ones that are like been really competitive and lost the season. Kathy's World. I don't care who wins as long as it's not Tyson or Sarah. I'm reminded how much I dislike Sarah on Survivor and why. She's just so over the top. Everything is just, I don't know. Um, it'd be neat if they would put, um, I don't think they'd ever do it, but put like past Survivor and Big Brother players in the house, like half and half. Florina, you want Sarah to win? I'd like to see Sarah, and to be honest with the cast that they have there, I'd like to see Sarah and Ben win. I think Angela has a good shot depending on who she's paired with. Tyson, it's his game to lose. He's hard. I mean, still after all these years of him being on Survivor, he still just kills those competitions. Although the one Wednesday night he didn't do really well with that. Kathy's World. Sarah acts like she should win it all and no one else has the right to. She's just very, very competitive. I think over too much over the top. Phil is asking if I'll be doing recaps this coming season of Survivor. So now I'm going to take the chance to, I'm going to make a post about this too. So I just found out a couple of weeks ago that I have to have shoulder surgery. I have a torn rotator cuff that I have to get repaired. So I told them that I would not schedule the surgery until Big Brother was over because I wasn't going to do it in the middle of Big Brother. So actually, the 27th is when I'm having surgery. And I think the last episode for Big Brother is like the 25th. So I timed it to where I can get all the way through Big Brother. I had planned on doing Survivor and Amazing Race and Challenge MTV when it comes back on. I don't know how long I'm going to be down for, but Jason and I don't know if you guys saw the podcast that him and I did together. I've got it posted. But we've talked about doing a Thursday or Wednesday night, whatever, recap afterwards. And he'll send me the link and I can post it to mine as well. For a few weeks until I can get back on my feet because I'm probably not going to be feeling like sitting next to a computer anytime soon in the next couple of weeks. So the answer is yes, I will normally be covering it. I may be silent for a couple of weeks, depends on how I feel. Just don't forget about me because I'll be back. Farina, that's Tyson. Tyson does think he deserves to win everything. He also thinks he's always the smartest person in the room, which drives me crazy. So if they did a second chance season next season, who from this season would y'all want to see in it? I would like to see Michael back. And honestly, if she could come back without the attitude, I would like to see. I'd like to see what Amira could actually do in the game. I think she played over the top too fast. Nicole Anthony, yeah, I'd love to see her and Cliff back. I love that duo. I'd love to see Joseph back. I would love to see Michael back from this season. I'm not going to say Taylor because I think she's going to win the season. I don't think she's going to need a second chance. So, thank you, Florinda. Yes, I will. I'm definitely going to have the surgery. I've put it off long enough. Oh, the slow mode is hard. Oh, sorry. I forgot I had it on slow mode. I did that when I first started. Because I didn't know how quickly I could. I don't know if I can take it off of slow mode while I'm in. Yeah, I can't figure out how to take it off of slow mode. Yeah, I did that when I first started because I didn't know if I'd be able to keep up with all the chat. Kathy's World. Wish you the best of luck with that. It's not real bad. Uh, I had it on my right shoulder already, um, and I don't do well with pain meds. So it took me almost 2 years to get my range of motion back in my right arm after I had it done. So I'm kind of worried about that, but it is what it is. Once it does heal up, I won't be in pain anymore. So I'm just not really good with pain meds at all. Anything that's any good makes me sick. So, and I'm a wuss when it comes to pain anyway. I want to know why. I wish I knew how to turn this on to slow mode when I'm in it. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. I want to see if. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, I can't figure it out. Yeah, I never really cared for Tyson either, Kathy. Yeah, I'm allergic to both pain meds too. Jason, I see you watched the episode. Oh, are you just now coming back on, Jason? So you say he says, "Oh my God, Terrence hates Taylor, something real bad." Yeah. For him to say he hoped she was the next one in jury, I was like, "Are you kidding?" Oh, I forgot you can't answer 60 seconds. Damn, I need to figure out how to do this. There's got to be a way you can take it off of slow mode. Exactly. Jason, you're just getting to the second half. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Pretty rough. That's crazy. Phil, are you still in the chat room? Phil, yes, you're there. Um, okay, it says look under this video, click on edit. You won't lose us. Go to where your description is and scroll down. You'll see where it's to turn it off. And I could have told you that 10 minutes ago. Phil, if I make you a moderator, do you know how to go in and turn off slow mode? Let's see, so I can do how she said. Look under the video and click on edit. So, all right, guys, hold on right quick. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but I'm trying to edit here. Details. Oh, Big Brother. Let's see, slow mo. Oh, I'm so lost. Customization, maybe. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, slow mode is off. Whew. All right, thank you, Kathy. Oh, Lord. I know enough about computers. I've worked with them enough over the last 10, 20 years. Um, but all this YouTube stuff is kind of new to me. And my husband has a channel, but he can't help because he's never went live. He's like, you're doing more than I ever did. So sorry, Jason. Kathy, now you have to stop painting your nails in chat. Oh, thank you, Phil. I am getting those skills up. Lord, maybe by the time Celebrity Big Brother comes around, I'll have it under control. But yeah, I plan on what I would like to cover is Survivor, Amazing Race, Big Brother, The Challenge MTV. I can't do the challenge CBS because it's the same time as Big Brother. And with the live feeds, I can't do anything but Big Brother. So also we'll be doing Real Housewives of New Jersey. And hopefully next year I'll get this down to where I can do Real Housewives of Atlanta. But again, it's on the same time as Big Brother, but it's got a smaller cast, so I might be able to navigate that. Basically, I'm doing the shows that I watch. I know Jason had asked me the other day about Real Housewives of Potomac, and I don't watch that series, but I may. So I'm looking forward to Survivor too. Jason, we're definitely doing Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm still gunning for Potomac. I will watch after the Big Brothers. Actually, when I have surgery, it'll be the perfect time. I can go watch some old seasons of Potomac and see if it can grab me. Yeah, the only one I watch is Atlanta. I love those ladies. I do too. Katie is my favorite of all times. But I like the New Jersey because there's always so much drama on the New Jersey. It's not even crazy, and I'm here for it. Here for it. I've just never really gotten into any of the other Raw Housewives, but those two. So we'll have some stuff to talk about, and I think I want to follow up and do some research on where the Big Brother players from this season are going, what's going on with them too during the winter. Yeah, I just saw that Teresa was doing Dancing with the Stars. I haven't watched Dancing with the Star in years, but I just saw an ad, and actually I saw on Instagram that what's her name? Shit. Teresa's lapdog. What the hell's her name? I told you I'm not good with this. No, Gwen, I have not watched any of the 90 Day stuff. It's not something that I normally watch. Like I said, I'm probably going to get a lot of time to watch some TV in the next few weeks after Big Brother's off. Yeah, I haven't watched Dancing with the Stars in quite a while. Jason, you feel like if Turner wins this, it's because, huh? I don't understand what you're saying, Jason. Jennifer, yeah, thanks, Phil. Jennifer, I saw Jennifer post some stuff on Instagram about Teresa doing Dancing with the Stars. Oh, the HOH call. Yeah, he's probably had a lot of experience with that because I've heard him talk about smoking weed and everything else on the live feeds. Kathy's World. That's exactly what me and Jason were talking about. I have very few friends that actually watch Big Brother, and I don't have anybody to really talk about it with. My husband hates it; will not stay in the room when I'm watching it. Um, so this is a way for me to get to talk to all of my friends about Big Brother and bounce ideas off. So, and that's actually what Jason and I were talking about. We had so much fun the other day just talking everything Big Brother. Yeah, that lights comp. I tried to keep up with it and I couldn't keep up with the HOH comp. I lost it about the fourth question. I didn't realize, Kathy, that Turner had. Kathy said I watched some of Turner's van life videos on YouTube and he got on my last nerves on that too. I didn't know he had videos on YouTube. That's funny. Yes, Jason. Turner did win. Nicole, my husband hates Big Brother too, but loves Survivor. My husband hates anything that is not cars, motors, how to build shit, how shit's destroyed. He's a true mechanical engineer. He doesn't even actually watch any TV and hasn't for the past probably 3 years. Everything he watches is on YouTube. And it's always videos about building shit or tearing shit down or car stuff. And as a matter of fact, I have to make him leave the room. If he does try to sit in here when I'm watching any of my shows, he starts mouthing the whole time and pisses me off. So now if I say I'm watching Survivor, I'm watching Big Brother, whatever, he's like, all right, I'm going to the bedroom. But he brings the grandkids over so he can watch cartoons. That's funny. A few of them have a YouTube. I think Alyssa took hers down before the show, though. That's one thing I haven't done is actually dug into um, any of the house guest actual life. Like I said, I watched the show, I watched the live feeds, but I guess I need to get up more on the Big Brother news. Jason, you're so crazy. I know you want Turner to win or Taylor. Turner or Taylor are your picks. Kathy, are you married to my husband? I'm serious. Actually, my husband right now is on Rocky Mountain Race Week in Oklahoma. They started in Noble, Oklahoma, and then they went to Ennis, Texas, to Texas Motorplex and raced there. And then they left there and went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and raced 2 days there. Today was a drive day. Tomorrow they go back to Noble, Oklahoma, and race there. And then he'll be home Saturday. So he's been on a week-long race trip. And I was like, I can't go. I'm not taking all this to the hotel and doing all this from a hotel. So you have fun. I have seen some of the videos that Kyle did. I did go look at that. Um, I wasn't too impressed. Jason, where are you at? You said you're 4 hours from Tulsa. I know you told me and I've already forgot. Phil, do you watch The Mole? It was one of the first reality TV shows. No, I have not seen it. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Oh, that's right, Jason, Kansas City. Claim to Fame. I've never seen that one either. I basically watched Real Housewives of New Jersey, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Survivor, Big Brother Celebrity, The Challenge MTV. And I used to watch more. I used to watch The Bachelor and all of those, and I got burnt out on them. Yeah, Jason, we talked about that. Michael's cord did break when he first went um, to try to reach the box or whatever. I honestly, when I saw that comp, I thought Alyssa was winning, as it was built for somebody her size and stature. Oh, that sounds interesting. I may have to watch that one, Kathy. The veto comp, Nicole, you're talking about, that was from Survivor. I've seen something similar to that on a bigger scale on the challenge. The veto, yes, they do that one all the time. On Survivor? I don't remember seeing that. Think about it. Jason. Yeah, I honestly think that Money could have won more than what Money's won. I think he's thrown some of them so that he wouldn't be a target. Because with him being a personal trainer and a mechanical engineer, he should have won more comps than what he won. The Circle. I've heard somebody else talk about The Circle. I haven't seen that one either. Gwen, how long have I been watching BB? Since day one. 24 years. I have seen every episode, every season. I'm not good with remembering a lot of it unless you refresh my memory. Um, but if you start talking about something from past season, then I remember. But yeah, I've watched them all. Jason, we got to talk about The Circle. Yeah, I've not seen that one either. Kathy, you record it so you can fast forward through commercials. Yeah, I did the same thing. I don't. We actually have YouTube TV, and we've had it for a couple of years now. So it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I'm traveling, I can set something to record. Or if I'm traveling, whatever I have on recorded here, I can watch no matter where I'm at. Um, so I have a hard time, even like tonight, watching the 2 hour episode. I'd have to pause it and let it get a little bit behind so I could fast forward through the commercials. The Circle is on Netflix. Is it Netflix? Yeah, that's why I haven't watched it. I refuse to have Netflix in my home. Yeah, I don't allow it on any of my TVs and haven't in a few years. So yeah, that one's probably out, Jason. You have all the streaming. I did have Netflix, and I kept Netflix for a long time until they came out with their movie that they did that had 11, 12-year-old girls that were basically prostitutes and strippers and all of that. And I was like, hell no. No, I don't want it in my house. I'm all for adult stuff, but when you start jacking with kids, I'm out. Nicole, they've done it in the new Survivor, but they did it in the past. They haven't done it in the new one, but they've done it in the past. They start on one side and make them undo themselves. Yeah, I do recall that now. Yeah, it's not built exactly like that, but and the challenge has one like that too. If it's an elimination one usually where they have two people that are attached to the rope and they have to go through this pyramid and weave and do whatever, and the other people are doing the same thing, and then after 20 minutes they switch, and whichever one gets it untied the quickest wins the elimination. Love is Blind. Yeah, I can't say I've seen that one either. Kathy's World. I waited till the first half was over to watch. I knew I was going home. And the thing is, they've wasted so much damn time this year over stuff that we don't give two shits about watching. Get into the meat and bones of something. The episode tonight, y'all, the way that they edited made Taylor look like she was just being a petty asshole. It didn't show half the shit that Jackass did to her. No, we want to hear about Turner's words and who's lying about their job. I'd rather see the meat and bones show everybody why Taylor feels the way that she feels about Terrence. Nicole, what's my favorite season? Um, Honestly, the cookout is my all-time favorite season. Um, I also love the one with Cody and Derek. Big Brother Canada. I'd love to watch Big Brother Canada if I could figure. I want to get. I don't want to go back and watch past seasons, so I want to watch it live while it's going on, and I haven't been able to figure out how to do that yet. Yeah, that's true, Kathy. They instead of showing all that crap, they could also be showing the jury house. I'm sure stuff's going on there. Yeah, I agree. They did paint Taylor in a bad light on this episode. Feel alone on History Channel. Camping, building, surviving on your own. No camera people. You record yourself. Sounds interesting. Kathy, it is on Paramount Plus, but not the current season that they're doing. It's a season behind. Oh, I can't do Naked and Afraid. That just. I love the fact that Jason's still watching the show and you can tell by his comments. Oh, But yeah, I wish they'd show more of the jury house because there's stuff going on in there. Especially now, there's going to be a lot of conversations going on in there. I'd like to see more of that. I'd like to see a reunion. And it doesn't even have to be the, all of the 16 players. It could be the jury and the two that are in the finale. So you're talking about do a reunion with 8 of them. Yes, Jason, Michael was heated. Nicole, you'd like to see Michael and Kyle talking to jury? Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a very hot conversation. And honestly, now that I think about this, okay, there was this big conspiracy that when they split the house and had Burchella and Direfest, that Michael talked to Terrence and they had come up with a plan, and that Michael was supposed to get out Monty and Terrence was supposed to get out Joseph. And I told y'all I had not seen that conversation. That conversation never took place because if it did, Terrence would have outed that. He would not have held that in. He outed everything else. So if that conversation actually took place and Michael told Terrence what to do out there, it would have come out in the house. That conversation never took place. That was Kyle and Terrence. It was not Michael. No, I have not watched Alone yet, but it does sound like something I would like. Oh, the Ponderosa on Survivor. I don't know. I would have to look that up to see. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time since they've had the Ponderosa on Survivor. I want them to come back on so I can see who is the next HOH. I still can't believe Michael's gone. Yes, this is, as far as a cast goes, this is the most unaware that I've ever seen a cast in my life. Nobody, Michael had to know. He did know. He said he knew that he had to win his way through. But for him to act as mad as he did at Turner and Money, he knew it was coming. I don't know what he thought that was going to show or change or whatever, but I can guarantee you who won't get Michael's vote. I think Taylor will get Michael's vote. The house is in disarray. Yes, it is. Yeah. And then all 5 of them went in there to pack Michael's stuff. Brittany and Alyssa just annoy me all together, Nicole. Yeah, if Brittany had lost her shit, I think she would have been in a good spot. But now I think that she'll be the next one to go. I think your final 4 is going to be Monty and Taylor and Alyssa and Turner, which sucks. I'm just hoping somebody will actually sit her down and tell her that Turner outed her. Yeah, when Michael said, "Everybody sit down, I have one more thing to say," and then went right out the door, I loved it. I was like, "Oh, hell yeah." Yeah, Karen, that's exactly right. She's shocked because she doesn't know that Turner told everybody. So she doesn't know that everybody knows her conversation that her and Turner had. Yeah, and they were sitting there waiting on him to say something. I was like, damn. But he got a nice welcome when he came out those doors. The audience was cheering and clapping for him. And it wasn't just the staff like it was with Kyle. Yeah, I think if Turner would have had his way, money wouldn't have used the veto. I don't, I mean, I know that they talked about taking a shot at Michael the first chance that they got, but although we couldn't hear everything that was being said, he did tell Monty in that room, you better make sure we have the votes before we do this. Jason, Michael carried Brittany on his back all season, and this is how she does it. Yep. Because he said at the camera she was still his ride or die, even after knowing that she did all this, that he would have still protected her and Taylor. And Monty does not have Taylor's best interest at heart. Monty is manipulating Taylor to get her to do what he wants. You watch, you mark my words. That man does not have her best interest at heart. He has his and Turner's. Brittany will lose her mind this week knowing someone backstabbed her. Everyone will lie and say it wasn't me, put the blame on someone else. You're going to make popcorn for this one. I think, honestly, the only person that might tell her is Taylor because I think Taylor still wants Turner out. So I think that if Brittany were to win HOH, which is highly doubtful as upset as she is, but if she were to win it, I think Taylor would tell her. No, Nicole, he's never had her best interest at heart. He has used her to play his game to get what he wants done. And he thinks he can beat her, is what's funny. And I think if it's Monty and Taylor, I think she still wins. Brittany says she should have cut him weeks ago, but why would she? He protected her for months, but now she has to win to save herself. Yeah, I think she just got super paranoid. She saw the writing on the wall and she was trying to cover her own ass and went about it by talking to everyone. And you don't do that because people compare notes. Bria, you have a very good point. That is Turner's third HOH. But I honestly don't think Monty will go after him. I would be surprised. I wasn't surprised in this because Monty and Turner have said that if they got a chance, they would take this shot. But y'all have to remember that Monty and Turner are the only two of the original leftovers, which was the pound, which are working together. They're the last two, and I think they're going to ride it out. Monty only wins against Brittany or Alyssa. I don't know. I think he'd win against Turner too because there's a lot of people in the jury that don't like Turner. Jason, at this point, the jury is heavy on Taylor. What do you mean heavy on Taylor? For or against? Bria, Monty's male ego is his blind spot. It may very well be. Monty and Turner can't be the final two. If so, Turner might win it all. I don't think so. I think if it's Turner and Monty wins. Um, it depends on. Well, I don't know. I think Michael would vote for her. Terrence is not going to vote for her no matter what. I don't think Jasmine and Indy are going to vote for her no matter what. I would be surprised if either of those vote for her. If Kyle's there, he's going to vote for Monty. Joseph was in the pound with him and had his back. I think he would vote for Monty. So I think it would be a toss up. Karen says, Monty, wake up. Turner is playing you. Brittany, you ran your mouth to Turner. Now you are shocked at what Michael said about you. Yeah, because she doesn't know he knew. I think that was the first inkling that she had that he even knew what was going on. Shit, you believe, Jason, that Jasmine is rooting for Taylor? I don't think so. I don't think so. It depends on who she's against, I guess. Bria, who has more pull with Taylor, Brittany or Monty? Monty by a long shot. Brittany lost her credibility when she went and told Turner everything she told Turner about the Girls Alliance and getting Michael out and how quickly she turned on Michael and all that. She's done for. I believe Monty has more influence with Taylor right now. Yes, Laura, that was brutal. I know. Are you just now? You're on the West Coast, aren't you, Laura? You're just now jumping on, I believe. Yes, that's what I thought, Laura. I thought you were on the West Coast. Ah, Kathy, I would never buy a car for Monty. He's the calmest liar I've ever seen. The thing is, he's not a good liar. That's why he avoids conversations. That's why he didn't go at it with Daniel when Daniel was telling everybody the truth in there. That's why he didn't have talks with anybody afterwards because he doesn't lie well. Jason, the real question is why is Alyssa still there? Because they're going to let her ride to the end. Bria, I just have one thing to say to you, Mona. Yeah, that was classic. Y'all sit right there. I just have one more thing to say. Oh, Nicole, I'm also in California, but I watch the East Coast airing on Instagram. Nice, Nicole. Laura, I don't think she's next. I think Brittany's next. Yeah, I think unfortunately, I think Brittany's next. It depends on who gets head of household. That's going to be. I think the four of them are going to stick together, and Brittany's going to be out. And at this point, she needs to be. I'm still a little bit butthurt that Michael's out of the game and Alyssa and Brittany are not. Oh, at least my stomach has settled a little bit. I'm not sick to my stomach like I was. Jason, I think no matter who wins, if anybody but Brittany wins HOH, I think Brittany's the one to go out the door this week. That's funny, Nicole. I was actually watching a clip of Victoria um, and Christine when Christine got voted out against Victoria today. I was trying to see if I could figure out what comps were normally the double eviction comps, and I came across that. Laura, I have a question for you. You're on the West Coast. Um, so you guys don't ever get to see a live show? I guess I never really thought about the time difference. Um, but if y'all get it after we do, then it's not live for y'all ever, which sucks. So it was live at 8 p.m. for y'all. But it can't be live twice. If it was live for us at 8 p.m. Central, then it didn't come on for y'all. Oh, they film at 5 in real time. Okay. All right. I was trying to figure that out. That's right. Okay. So, Nicole, you're in California. Laura, where are you at? Jason, how do you know Taylor won HOH? Because the feeds haven't come back up tonight. I've got the feeds going. Kathy, the feeds will come on, but they'll come on way after the competition. What I normally do is I just leave the music playing and then it wakes me up when I hear the voices and I get up and see who won HOH. Napa, Santa Rosa. Oh, Jason, don't ever listen to Twitter, baby. Never listen to Twitter. I fact check everything I see on Twitter and I fact check it over and over. I don't know if most of you guys are on Twitter, but that is a very, very toxic place. Northern Cali. My daughter lived in Northern Cali. Um, she was at Travis Air Force Base, and my son was in Southern California, which sucked. Um, at I forgot what that base was. Oh yeah, Bria, we talked about the little reaction that the jury had. We were laughing at Indy talking about how, most people when they would have said, "Look, it's 2022. How can you not know there's racism?" But instead, Indy says, "We have the internet." What? It's like, how do you not know? I just thought that was funny. I think that Joseph and Jasmine will be okay. I think it's gonna have to have some serious conversations. Yeah, I loved when I visited her at Travis Air Force Base. I love that area. Yeah, that is the greatest thing Indy's ever said. Actually have a grandson that's somewhere in Northern California. His mother ran off with him. We haven't seen him in about 3 years, so he's somewhere out there. But the difference between Southern California and Northern California is like night and day. Come on, I want y'all to come back on. I'm sure Twitter is having a field day right now. Oh, Bria, I went over that last night. Terrence being mad that Taylor didn't want an all Black Alliance is no different than Kyle's behavior. No, and I said that last night in my video. I see them both as the same. It doesn't matter to me if you're asking for, like I said with the cookout, they went in, they said, okay, we're all working together. And Tiffany came up with a plan. We're each going to grab one person. Those people are going to keep us safe and we'll get rid of them one at a time. And I understand that. But like Tiffany said, been there, done that, it's been done. This late in the game to try to base an alliance on race when you didn't give a damn about that race any of the season until it suited you. You didn't give a damn about race when you wanted Monty and Taylor out. So don't use, as he put it, I'm going to play that card. Those were words in his freaking mouth. You don't play that card. It's not a card to play. That was a cover your ass card, is what that was. You don't give a damn about Taylor. And you prove that by telling Julie that you hope she was the next one in jury. You're still an asshole. Terrence, an asshole. Sorry. Oh, he gets on my last damn nerve. Oh, last damn nerve. I don't think that Monty ever entertained the idea. I think he was just telling Terrence that. I don't think Monty ever took it seriously either. I think he was just trying to keep Terrence calm until eviction. I don't know. The edit they gave Terrence tonight was pretty damn bad. They made it look like Taylor was just having a beef with him and being petty. They didn't show any of the shit he said about her. Nicole, oil and vinegar, Northern and Southern California. Yes, yes, you are. Bria, it shows the true colors. The cookout was necessary beyond the game. Playing with race in the game is so wrong. Terrence is a piece of work. And like I said, the cookout didn't do it maliciously. They didn't say, all right, what he's proposing is a 5-person alliance. But the real alliance is him and Monty and Taylor, but they're just going to bring these 2 white people along to help them until they can get them out. And the way he says it, to me, was very offensive. It wasn't like, okay, when you have a greater cause, the cookout wasn't vindictive about it. I guess it's the word I don't even know what word I'm looking for. It was just a different situation altogether. The way they approached it was different, and it was from the beginning of the game. They didn't use it when it suited them. Kathy's wrote, personally, I think Brittany intentionally attached to Michael because he was a super fan and she knew the other ladies could not sway him, and he was her shield to the end. I think that they came together because they were just both nerds. I mean, if you want to get down to it, my husband's a nerd, so I can say that. They weren't going to be in the popular crowd. And so I think they just kind of gravitated to each other. Jason, the way you talk about Taylor, you know damn well you don't give a hot shit about that black woman or any other woman. That's true. That's exactly how he felt. He didn't give a shit. Deborah, here in California, and the weather's been brutal. Temperature in the hundreds, as high as 106. And the Big Brother house is built on a lot with AstroTurf, and it's hot as hell. Oh shit, that's right. They are in California. I might have to come visit some of my California friends next year. We might have to do a remote location. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you, Laura. Jason, I mean that with my whole heart too. F Terrence. I fully, if y'all could have seen what y'all watched the video last night, and as pissed off as I was when I was filming that, y'all should have seen how pissed off I was when I was watching it on the live feeds. I was screaming at my computer. I was cussing him. There's no way anything I said could have ever made it on the air because it had been bleep, 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 bleep the whole time. Oh, I was so pissed. And I actually thought Taylor was believing him, and that even made it worse. And she's a good actress because she fooled me. Yeah, Bria, I think that Brittany, even if she is OH, she's gonna HOH, she's gonna spiral. Although I don't know if she happens to get HOH, I think she'll get the big head. I honestly do. Are we gonna be wall yellers next year? No, no more damn wall yellers. That cost us 4 days of freaking feeds and everything that was going on in the backyard we missed. Because y'all already know we can't trust CBS's edits because they're damn sure not on time. Laura, I can say that my husband is a nerd. He's, like I said, he's very intelligent. He is from the north. He's from Connecticut. He's gotten better since we've been married. But he did not do good socially. He was socially awkward in front of people. We've been married 22 years now, so I've dragged that shit out of him. But uh, I think that's why they stuck together. Yeah, this year's cast, and I know people say this about what is this 20? This 24, 23, 21 or 22. A lot of people say that was the worst cast ever. I think this is the worst cast ever. I honestly do. A bunch of damn people that have no clue what's going on. Terrence, Nicole, and Daniel suck as people. Yeah, and you can add Nicole, and you can add Amira, and you can add Paloma, and Monty. I mean, to a certain extent, Monty was wrapped up in all that shit too in the beginning. Hell, he's the one that started it. If he'd have just believed Taylor and listened to what she was saying, all that shit wouldn't happen. The girls would have still not liked her because they didn't like her from the moment she walked in the door because she was a pageant girl. Their words, not mine. Bria, will anyone take a shot at Turner this week? In my opinion, that I think that Brittany would take a shot at Turner. And then I don't know if Taylor would. I know before this week she said she would because that was going to be her target. Had she been HOH, would have been Turner. Um, so there's a possibility Taylor might. Monty's not going to. I don't believe he'll ever take a shot at Turner. And Alyssa's not going to. So our only hope is a Brittany or Taylor HOH. But I don't know. I honestly think Taylor's going to win HOH tonight. I don't know, Kathy. I would have thought the same thing. She says, I think any of the girls win that they're putting up the two guys. I would have thought that before Brittany lost her mind, but Alyssa and Taylor have already said that they would target Brittany. So I think Brittany's the next one going up. The only way that changes is if she wins HOH. Brad, the cast is more enjoyable from the jury house. Is that because we don't get to see them? Oh, sorry, that tickled me. That was my first thought. Yeah, they are more enjoyable because we don't get to see but 30 seconds of them. Okay, I think I'm gonna apply to go on and get a vacation in each HOH. Just ask, okay, who do you want me to vote for? Yeah. Yeah, Jason said he could never do Big Brother because he cusses way too much. They would have their hand on the beat button forever. I could never do it because when I'm pissed off, you know it. I can't hide it. I've been told that all my life. I'm 56 years old. I don't think it's changing anytime soon. If I don't like you, you know it. And if I'm pissed off, you know it. So I don't think I would make a good player inside the BB house. But my dream would be maybe someday to be in the after party of finale night. That would be cool. But they usually reserve that for past BB players or major news networks or major news magazines. But that would be cool. And call Julie a speckled puppy every time I go to the diary room to vote. Oh, Lord. Nicole, she's on my fantasy team this week, too. Okay. I'm with you. You would have definitely heard me telling Jasmine to shut the F up and probably go F herself and a few more F words in there. Yeah, I wouldn't have done well. Yeah, if they were smart, they would, Bria. I guarantee. I mean, I agree with you. If they were smart, that's exactly what they would do: is put up the two guys and at least get one of them out, and that gives them a better chance of winning the comps. However, I think Alyssa's playing Turner's game, and Taylor's playing Monty's at this point. Jason would add her in a butterbean headlock on day two. You ain't kidding. Briz has always said I could do Big Brother, and if I can survive 1 week, I could take it all the way. I think I'm a Michael, but I'm more of a Frenchie. Yeah. Oh, Frenchie. I think he's the only man alive that ever wanted to make a woman's alliance. Kathy, yeah, you're a prankster. I would throw a rogue vote every time I went in. I was on it just to see the shit that would get stirred up. I would throw a rogue vote every vote. I can't remember who did that. There was somebody in the past that did that and then always tried to blame it on other people. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I would have. Yeah, I could say I was press, Laura, but they don't. Just because you say you're press doesn't mean you are. For something like that, you have to have credentials. It, like I said, is normally reserved for the people who have already played Big Brother who go on to do this. Kathy said she couldn't take the nasty bedrooms. If you notice, Indy didn't let her bedroom get like that. She made sure that bedroom stayed clean. That's the only bedroom all season that I've seen spotless every time. And that was the room Indy was in. And it stayed that way until she left. Chase and I would have lined up Daniel, Paloma, Jasmine, Indy, and Nicole and gave them my ass to kiss by day 3. Yeah. I tell you, if I'd have been there when he pulled that crap with Taylor, I'd have definitely got him evicted because I'd have been up in his face so fast his head would have freaking spun. Yeah, Nicole, that's all Andy did was cook and clean. She didn't like nasty. Yeah, Bria, if Paloma wasn't there, I think it could. I don't know though that it even could have been a different one because even before the thing with Paloma, the girls were talking about Taylor. Amira, Jasmine, Indy, Alyssa, um, and Nicole. They were Dane and Daniel. All of them were talking about Paloma before any of that shit started. From the day that she walked in the house, because she was known as the pageant girl. And push come to shove, they were just freaking jealous of her. Jason, yeah, I'd have, being a woman, I'd have legit fought him. I'd have probably knocked him on his ass. Daniel was one of the mean girls. That whole group just. I think the problem that we have is casting. Used to, and Jason and I talked about this on our podcast that we did together. Used to, you had players that just loved to play the game. They watched Big Brother, they knew Big Brother, and it was fun. Now they do so much freaking recruiting and casting uh, with people that have never watched the damn game. They talk about having to binge watch something before they come in the house. And they're there for Instagram followers and Snapchat followers and what they can get, the breaks that they can get after they get out of the house, what kind of perks they can get after they get out of the house. They're not there to actually play the damn game. And I think that's one of the problems because you're getting young kids in there. And when any of you are in the chat room, I'm sorry. But you're getting, 20 and 20s and early 30s. You've got like a 10-year span there, 20 to 30. And they're immature. They're jealous. It just, I don't know. Well, they got Michael out, next Brittany. Maybe, or are they going after Taylor? No, they will not go after Taylor. There's nobody in that house that'll go after Taylor. Oh yeah, he said Taylor. Say Taylor was out of his league. I don't understand that, Jason. You meant that he wasn't out of his league? Amira, Abria, I do agree with you there. If Amira had not have played so hard, so fast, the game could have been different. But she played too hard, too fast. And she was a fan. She knew better. You make alliances, but you don't make 4. You don't have a final 2 with everybody in the house. So she just played too hard. Yeah, those people that they padded it with were Instagram people and models or whatever the hell. They're just there for followers. Oh, he said he was too good for Taylor. Yeah, I remember when he said that. Yeah, on what planet? Kathy, the All Girls Alliance will never work. And the reason that it will never work is because we are catty individuals. And I believe that with my whole heart. I believe that a women's alliance will never, ever make it to the end um, because I don't think women work well together. They get pissed off at each other. Something goes wrong. They get catty and they turn on each other. And I just don't think it'll ever work. Yeah, right, Laura. Girls backbite too much. We gossip too much. I think I can count on one hand the girlfriends that I have that I can actually say that they would have my back no matter what. If I call them crying, they're going to bring them back home. That type of friend. Um, but most of my friends are guy friends because they can't take me. Normally, when they can't take me because I speak my mind. Yeah, I think a solid two, maybe three um, woman alliance. I think if you had three women that went in there and said, okay, let's grab three strong guys and actually make it to the six, then they could possibly, I don't know, because I don't think they'd be able to beat the guys, but I don't know. It goes to show the young generation never once saw anything with Elvis. If Daniel and his screwed up lips could be an Elvis impersonator. I have to say, I have watched some of Daniel's stuff when he was in the house just because I was curious. He did a Broadway show, Elvis, and he was actually pretty damn good up on stage, the voice and all of that. But I bet he's having a hard time getting a job now. Jason, the Girls Alliance would need a gay to hold them together. Probably, but they would probably turn on the gay too. Jason said the only thing he impersonates a roach. Amira, Nicole, and Taylor. No, I don't know, Bria. Amira, Taylor. I would say yes. Nicole. Nicole was just too arrogant. Nicole was not going to work with anybody. And she definitely wasn't going to work with Taylor. Tries to give Elvis and ends up giving Willy Wonka. Nicole was more of a man than some of the guys in the house this season. That's a damn truth. Amira's game altogether was top notch, but she just played too hard too soon. She made her mistake, I think, of trusting Alyssa and trusting Joseph. And I think if she had not have trusted those two individuals, she might have still been in the game. Kathy's world. I would have been cowering behind the couch the whole time Nicole was there. She was scary. Nope. I'd have been up in her face, bitch, please. That's one thing that Jason and I was talking about. There's not much that intimidates me. And when you piss me off, I see red. If I weren't evicted within the first 2 weeks, I would probably be kicked out within the first 2 weeks. Yeah, Jason, Amira's issue was Taylor because she hated Taylor so badly. And honestly, if you think about it, the whole other side of the house, Amira, Nicole, Daniel, Jasmine, all of them. Taylor lived rent-free in their house and in their heads. They hated her so badly that they didn't play the game. They let the game play them. And that was the reason every single one of them went home. This is the first eviction today with Michael that hasn't been Taylor's karma, because Michael did have Taylor's back 100%. You think Amira would have been the leader and monitored Taylor and Nicole? I just don't see Nicole's personality being able to fit in with them long term. And that's right, Bria. They did. Everybody run their game. For what? For hate. And the bad thing is, it wasn't like they weren't good looking people. I think Amira was beautiful. I think Indy was pretty. I think Jasmine's pretty. God, don't strike me down, but I actually do. There was no reason for the jealousy. It was like high school. Maybe they need to start casting some 30 to 50-year-olds. Then they may not have as much of that, but then they wouldn't have the drama, I guess. But yeah, that. If they'd have just kept their mouths shut, Taylor would have been out. Let's see. Daniel got the first HOH. Jasmine got the second. Who got the third HOH? I can't remember. Was that Monty? I'd have to go back and look at it. But yeah, week 3 or 4. But there was always something that happened that spiraled around. Oh, Lord, guys, we're going on 2.5 hours. I am going to call it a night for tonight. And hopefully I have this set up to where I can actually go back and read the chats, because like last week I didn't. And all the chats disappeared as soon as I cut the feed. Again, Phil, thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for hanging with me. I appreciate you. I am going to see who wins HOH tonight. And as soon as I have nominations tomorrow, I will post another video. I'm getting tired. Thank you, Bria. You guys rock too. Jason, yes, we'll definitely have to talk, because I would like to get you on here to do a live with me at least once a week. And then we need to get Survivor set up. Jason's going to help me with that. So we will have at least one video a week going forward until I can get my shoulder better. So thank you, Laura. Thank you, guys. Good night. I'll be back tomorrow night with a video. As always, much love.